crime never sleeps.
Taser, I think.
But neither
Stand still!
do the cops. Battling on the front line
Taser! Taser!
are Nottinghamshire's finest.
Stop over impact.
Highly trained pursuit drivers, specialists in entry and search,
4 ounces of cannabis.
rapid response firearms officers,
On police! Show yourself now!
Police, for your dog, stop!
and the crime-stopping force of the dog unit.
Get down on the floor!
Wherever the battle takes them, they'll never back down. Because come at the hour,
Yeah, Bats, we've still got him. Up on the back wheel, offside of the road.
come at the Interceptors.
Where you from? Leeds. Don't come to Nottingham again, will you?
Coming on,
Vehicle stone.
a stone runaway takes cops on a wild off-road pursuit.
We're down a woodland track. Still failing to stop.
A couple of suspected car thieves come a cropper. And
Telling me that you are gonna detain me.
tempers flare for the night crime team.
For what? Research. On malicious drug. What? Misuse of drugs. Can you see me misusing a drug? Can you? No.
It's the Wednesday late shift. As the midnight hour approaches, Gav and Nick aren't hanging about.
It's a black one. 44.
They're responding to a call from a member of the public who claims to have disturbed a pair of suspected car thieves.
Some people have tried to break into his Ford Cougar. They've not got into it. They've left about 7 or 8 minutes ago.
The suspects are clearly Ford fans because the car they were seen making off in was also a blue Cougar. But with no further details, they rendezvous with the rest of the team for an update.
What's the last camera it's done?
It's done the cameras.
No,
I thought we had a
No.
possible...
we've got the possible, but we don't know the full ones yet.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll do Thornbury.
We'll do Thornbury.
The cops don't have the Cougar's full number plate, but they do have 4 units on the case and the composure to bide their time.
Sit and wait.
Yeah.
Sports Mad Gav's not exactly known for his patience. He's a keen runner and advanced driver who loves chasing down bad guys.
Around.
Just past me towards you, John and Jules. Yeah, that is it.
The team have now got the car's full reg and a positive ID.
Too much of a coincidence. It's got to be the right one.
But the Cougar was flying, so the Interceptors will need to bring their A game.
6-6, we're just coming up Rotherham Bulk now.
He's absolutely floored it. Still no great lights. And I am 8-0.
The cops have temporarily lost sight, so Gav pulls over and awaits intel.
I've got sight of grey lights at speed, Radford Road. It's going to right, Lamb Lane, but I'm not directly behind. Bear with me.
Lamb Lane is back that way.
Lamb Lane?
Yeah.
Yes, mate. It's going to come down the 60 then.
Gav and Nick have got a plan.
Wonder if we can look out somewhere where we can get a stinger.
With the Stinger on board, all they need now is a pin drop on where to set up.
But it's failing to stop, Lamb Lane.
It's coming out towards us.
Yeah.
As luck would have it, Dan Butler has just got behind it.
Lamb Lane into Old Coats. It's a right.
And he's flushing the Cougar straight down the pipe to Gav and Nick.
Yeah, he's coming this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed 80, medium rate.
I've got a stinger.
The boys are now lying in wait just meters up ahead.
Stand by.
Vehicle stone.
Thanks thanks to Nick's handiwork, its tyres are shredded.
Church Street.
But on a wing, a prayer, and a set of metal rims, the Cougar is still trying to get away.
Vehicle has been stopped. Can confirm tyres are deflating on the subject.
Gav is now second in the stick.
Oscar Delta, you're in the area.
But the Cougar's heading into parkland, where it seems determined to find an exit, no matter how unorthodox.
We're negotiating the woodland and H gets on back in. We're down a woodland track, still failing to stop. Low risk now due to speed.
But with no tyres and up against Dan's Skoda BRS, the Cougar's got no chance. And the desperate driver clearly knows it. As the Cougar is ditched, the driver and passenger split and vanish into the darkness.
From that way. Where?
It's gone straight to here.
He's got to go.
Their best hope now lies with the dog unit, or both suspects could be gone for good.
Right into the woods, mate. Vehicle stone.
In rural Notts, Interceptors executed a textbook sting on a suspected car thief.
Can confirm tyres are deflating on the subject.
Before following it off-road,
We're negotiating the woodland and H.
where the stung Cougar was swiftly abandoned, and its two occupants made a desperate dash into the darkness.
NH, there was definitely two in this vehicle. Definitely was a passenger as well. So we've got two outstanding.
A manhunt is already underway.
Is there anybody in the woods? I don't know if you can pick up on these. Who's come across this far? Because there's sounds of trampling in the woods near me.
And within 5 minutes of the decamp, a dog unit has arrived to begin tracking.
Driver, mate, you've gone straight out of this door.
Yeah.
We've not gone there. We've gone probably 5 yards past that tree.
Yeah.
Straight out that door. Yeah. Literally straight that way.
Straight that way.
As the dog unit picks up the scent, some other members of the search party have just stumbled across someone.
The necessity for your arrest is a prompt and effective investigation to secure evidence via questioning to carry out any relevant searches. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Well, you got a car key in your pocket.
The lad could be carrying the key to the stolen Ford.
Are you injured?
Yeah. Where have you been this evening?
Walking around what?
Walking around the roads. Is that something you do regularly?
Yeah, man, I do a dog for a winter.
How did you get the cut to your nose?
No, I got it. I do. Oh, bike. Push bike.
On a push bike?
Yeah, believe it or not.
The only thing more suspicious than the lad's injuries are the stories behind them. So while he's detained in a waiting cop car, the key found on him is taken to Gav and Macca, who are still waiting with the ditched Cougar.
So my colleagues took the key out of the suspect's pocket and it starts his car. So, smoking gun, really.
It turns out the Cougar is stolen and has been travelling on cloned plates.
The vehicle contains all sorts of things, tools that they'll be using to commit further thefts, things like that. There's also a machete in the passenger footwell, and clearly that's not for cutting cake with.
Meanwhile, there's more good news. A second suspect has been found lurking in the woods and safely contained. So, with two off to the nick, a stolen car out of circulation, and a potential harmful weapon off the streets, it's a successful night's work for the team.
We will get this car recovered, see if we can find that lad's fingerprints and DNA in this car. And then, obviously, the fact that he's still got the key to the car in his pocket, he's got a lot of explaining to do. Great result, great teamwork.
The lad with the Cougar keys pleaded guilty to aggravated vehicle taking and use of fraudulent plates and is now awaiting his sentence. The second lad also had his day in court for aggravated vehicle taking as well as possession of a bladed article. He received a youth referral order and a 12-month driving ban. No further action was taken for dangerous driving. Whether it's a drugs raid,
Street value is probably upwards of £100,000.
a high-speed box,
Box on, box on.
Stop, stop, stop.
or a multidisciplinary manhunt,
Stop there! Stand still! Stand still! Put your hands on the railing!
get your hands behind your back. When interceptors work in perfect harmony, it's guaranteed to deliver results.
Teamwork in the police is absolutely vital. If we don't work together, you will not achieve what you want to achieve, and the criminals will slip through the net. We're in a good position in Notts at the minute. Our operational support department is continuing to grow. All these different teams, when there's a job on, we all work together really well. We all have a common interest. We all want to achieve the same thing. We all want to go and get the bad guy, and it's fantastic. But it wouldn't work if we didn't all work together.
It's Tuesday. The sun's out, and so are Interceptors Jon and Dan from the road crime team.
All advanced drivers, TPAC trained, predominantly plain vehicles. So we're just the proactive element of operational support, really.
The boys are nearing the end of what's been a quiet morning.
999 activated.
But any hopes of a quiet afternoon are suddenly dead in the water.
There's been a recent spate of theft of like SUV type Ford cars. One of them has just been identified. We've had a little bit of an interest in it over the last couple of days, but it's just activated on the A60, just south of Langhold. So we're working on the assumption, but it's going to be a stolen car, and they've put like false claim plates on it.
The motor in question is a blue Ford EcoSport. And because it's been on the team's most wanted list for a few days, they're leaving nothing to chance.
There's a marked ARV travelling up. I think one of the other road crime cars are going up. One of the traffic units are going up as well. We'd have a chance to find it, but we've just got to be a little bit lucky with maybe another couple of activations on the cameras, because it's such a vast area where we're looking for it. But got to be in it to win it.
Advanced driver Jon loves sports cars, and if he ever got a windfall of cash, he'd blow the lot on a red Ferrari. But an unmarked Beamer 3 Series comes a close second. The boys have gained ground quickly and soon begin scouring the area the Ford is suspected to have headed to.
These are the jobs that you join the police for, aren't they? These are the people you want to be arresting, aren't they?
Well, Jon, this could be your lucky day.
I think I've spotted that vehicle. It's about to go to Doncaster Road. Stand by.
Is that back that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's been a potential sighting, so Jon spins on it.
It's a blue EcoSport and it ends in gold. Black and 99% sure. I went on down, not behind.
A bright blue motor should stick out like a sore thumb. Sore thumb, 3 o'clock.
State 0, Oscar Romeo 63.
With another unit falling in behind, teamwork plus communication equals a suspect sandwich.
Ow.
While Dan takes care of the passenger, a district unit nabs the driver. Pretty soon the place is crawling with cops, and there's only one question on everyone's lips.
6-3, any joy with that VIN?
What is this vehicle's true identity?
That's received.
The answer is a surprise to no one.
Mate, I've had some information on my radio that vehicle is a stolen vehicle from the Sheffield area. So at this time, you're under arrest on suspicion of theft of that vehicle. You didn't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence or mention when questioned, something which later on in court. Is it a 2-in-1?
No, it's gone without keys.
Keyless theft?
Yeah.
Keyless theft is when a criminal uses an electronic device to remotely capture the signal of a victim's car key. This stolen car has now been retrieved intact.
I think it's fantastic for us. It's good for the owner of the car as well. It's only recently stolen. We've not had a pursuit with it. We've not had any contact, so it's undamaged. It's just, I would imagine in 3 or 4 days it's been stolen. The insurance haven't settled yet, so at least somebody will get the car back in good condition without any damage. And it's too blocked up, which is always nice.
What's more, there's an ugly but all too familiar discovery in one of the lads' bags.
This is obviously vehicle crime that they're linked to, but they don't just restrict themselves to one element of crime. Unfortunately, in society, knife crime is quite prevalent at the moment, and very much on the rise. And I think he's only about 18, to be fair, and he's out and about in a stolen car with a knife.
With 2 off to the nick and a stolen motor on its way back to its rightful owner, it's a cracking result for the Interceptors and their merry band of colleagues from across the force.
Yeah, I think it worked out really well, just the benefit of having technology on our side with the ANPR network and also teamwork with different teams coming together, and the fact that there's been no carnage, so brilliant.
The pair could not be linked to the theft of the car, so no action was taken. However, the driver had his day in court for driving whilst disqualified and without insurance. He received a 12-week suspended sentence and 8 points on his licence. No further action was taken in relation to the knife. Still to come.
Runner, Diversity Way.
Mike gets a high-intensity workout.
Now he's gone left, towards Ilkeston Road.
And
when did you last have a drink?
Nathan gets a whiff of something toxic.
You blown 107 over the limit. By a lot.
It's Wednesday morning, and Ken and Mike from the Force's knife crime team are travelling incognito through the city suburbs in the unmarked Volvo.
There's been some recent instances of occurrences involving knives, so we've been tasked to look for anyone acting suspiciously, hopefully find some knives and books today.
Interceptors know full well that teamwork makes the dream work, so today they're out in force. And nearby, Interceptor Joe Riley is patrolling the streets in plain clothes.
So Joe's just keeping an eye on some guy on the estate we were not too far away from. Not sure what the ins and outs of it are, but it's obviously somebody that Adam has got a glimpse of that he's a little bit interested in.
It's not long before they get an update.
Just talking to the past.
Joe's clocked a black Vauxhall Astra whose driver was behaving suspiciously in the estate.
Just a potential drug dealer.
Did you see an exchange, Joe?
No, I didn't see an exchange or anything like that.
As they pull onto the main road, Ken and Mike get a visual on the suspect motor.
We're just turning onto Independent now. You say that's one of the users, Joe?
Yeah.
The challenge now is catching them in the act.
At the minute, we've got our plainclothes officer parked up nearby on one of the adjacent streets, got a view into this park area over here, where he's seen a couple of Class A drug users waiting to, what he thinks waiting to score. It's a bit of a typical hotspot for us, so potentially another opportunity now. We just need to play it smart.
Playing it smart means picking the perfect spot to bide your time.
We need to be close enough to strike, but far enough away that anyone going towards the location can't see us. We are in an unmarked police car, but anyone who's slightly switched on is probably going to clock it.
The boys are playing a waiting game, but don't have to kill too much time before Joe's voice comes crackling across the airwaves.
Gone down towards the bottom flats, so I'm going to stay with the ones in the park. I'll see if he comes back. Think he's scored or not.
Ken rolls out, and the first car he sees...
Speak of the devil?
...is the black Astra.
Different person, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is a different person.
Same car, different driver. The plot thickens.
Joe, that Astra's just come flying past us. I'm just going to have to go after it.
Ken's taken an executive decision that the strike is on.
Oh, he's running.
The man in shorts is the driver.
Runner, Diversity Way, and it's right down towards Garden Street.
The copper after him is Mike Grant.
Straight over towards Drumcar. No, he's gone left, towards Ilkeston Road.
But can he catch him?
Lost. Stand by. White male, red jacket, red shorts. Someone jumped over your fence, mate. I think he's jumping fences in here.
The driver may have disappeared for now, but back at the car he scarpered from, the passenger has stayed put.
Mate, pass me your hands, please.
And despite Ken's best efforts, he's not exactly turning on the charm.
Are you going to be detained for a search, mate?
Why?
Because I suspect there's something going on in the car. Cameras on.
I'm not driving the car. This is not my car. I've got left off somewhere.
Yeah. Just calm down.
Yeah.
I want to search you in the car.
Why, though?
I've just explained to you why.
I'm a passenger in the car. The guys ran off. I'm sat in it.
Mate,
and I don't know what's gone off.
Listen to me.
I ain't got a clue what's
Then
gone
I'm
off.
going to
I'm sat in this car.
I'm going to explain it to you.
You're in the car.
I'm going to explain it to you.
I ain't got up and ran off.
Mate,
I'm sat here.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So why? Have I done something wrong?
Because I think there might be
done something wrong?
The man is pleading innocence.
I would have ran off if I had something to hide, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I?
But his agitated mood suggests something is amiss.
This guy is just let me get in his car, and you're telling me that you are going to detain me.
Yeah, you're being detained.
For what?
For a search under the misuse of drugs.
What? Misuse of drugs? Can you see me misusing a drug? Can you? No.
When tempers flare like this, cops need to reach for the fire extinguisher.
I'm going to place you in handcuffs. Okay? So put your hands out in front of you now.
There's
You just need to listen to me.
Yeah.
Just like with the grass.
Could you give me probable?
I've explained it to you, mate.
Finally, Prince Charming is safely in cuffs.
Why?
Because A, I've seen you in the driving seat. I've seen you driving this car.
You have not seen me
Put
driving
your hands in
this car.
front of you. Put your hands out in front of you.
Ken reckons this chap was the bloke driving when they first laid eyes on the car.
Being detained for a search.
But his mate's whereabouts remain a mystery.
So he came out the bottom and diverged away, turned left, and ran towards Ilkeston Road. But as we've come round onto the road, he's nowhere to be seen.
The suspicion is that the lad's gone to ground in a row of private gardens.
Really skinny build, clean shaven. Now start looking in the gardens.
A quick nosy round the first garden, unfortunately, draws a blank.
I'm not sure where he could have gone from here, to be honest.
The estate is a maze-like rabbit warren of passages and alleyways. If the driver knows his way around, smoking him out could be tricky.
I'll have a walk down as well, see if we can pick anyone up.
Back at the Astra, the passenger has calmed down enough to be asked some simple questions.
Is there anything in the car that shouldn't be? Yes.
And he's finally giving some answers.
I've just been to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where's the drugs at then, pal?
I might as well tell you, because you're going to find it anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because I've not had time to show you my arse, so I might as well tell you anyway.
Where are they then?
In the sock.
In your sock.
That one.
At least Ken only has to search the man's sock.
What's about
I'm
this,
pissed
pal?
off because I'm losing my crap, to be fair.
So, what's he pulled out?
We've got 2 rocks of Class A. They're bigger than .1s, but that's what we've got at the minute.
A .1 means a standard rat weighing 0.1 grams and, assuming it's crack, would have a street value of around 10 to 20 pounds.
I'm going to chuck you in the back of my car while we finish doing some searches of the car, okay? Yeah.
Meanwhile, the manhunt for the lad in shorts has been called off. So Mike's back to help Ken check the passenger's credentials.
I've seen your face around, not for a long time. You're from Radford?
Yeah.
It soon becomes clear why Ken hasn't seen him for a while.
We released from prison recently, is that right? End of July.
Yeah, Friday before last.
What was he in prison for?
Section 20.
What, GBH?
Yeah.
It turns out the bloke was released from prison less than 2 weeks ago and unfortunately doesn't seem to have been completely rehabilitated.
Clever crap.
No, of course you can't.
Yeah, but I paid for it, you didn't.
The search of the car has turned up no more drugs, and now Interceptor Joe's arrived, dressed for the beach. He's just in time to see Ken deliver his verdict on the suspect.
I'm going to report you for summons for the offence of possession of the controlled drug Class A crack cocaine.
The man won't be carted off to the Nick today.
You can roll, mate.
Can I?
Yeah.
And he finally finds himself in a reflective mood.
Sincerely, I apologise if I was what simple.
You were just testing the water, weren't you? You were like, maybe if I shout loud enough, you won't search me on the car.
Yeah, can you forgive me because I'm getting...
Yes, I can. I'll get over it, mate. I won't lose any sleep over it.
After more than a decade on the force, Ken's heard it all before.
So, yeah, 2 little rocks of Class A crack cocaine. It will need to be tested, and then, assuming it comes back as crack cocaine, we'll inform the court of that result. He was giving it all the bigging around, what's your grounds, what's your grounds, what's your grounds? You're not telling me your grounds. Well, I am telling you my grounds. And I was left with a position where, am I going to sit here arguing with you all day, or are we going to take some action? And for me, at that point, that's why I waited for my other colleagues in uniform to get back, which is when he realised the tables had turned, and he went from being Mr. Shouty Man to, yeah, Simmer Sock.
The Astra is being seized, but the man seen running from its driver's seat hasn't been found. However, Mike has found a couple of things in the motor that could shed light on his identity.
There's an iPhone in there with a photo of him on the front screen, so that's a bit of a giveaway, and also his bank card with his name on. So we've done some checks on the police systems and confirmed it's him through a photo on there. So he can expect a summons in the post now for no licence and no insurance as well. So even though we haven't got him on this occasion, he'll still receive a court appearance for driving whilst in accordance and driving no insurance.
Having recovered his details, the man in shorts was reported for driving without insurance and a valid licence, but later received no further action. The bag of rocks on his passenger were tested and confirmed as crack cocaine. He was reported for possession of a Class A drug and received a rehabilitation order.
Mate, she's hammered.
You'd think most people these days should know the risks.
How much you have to drink?
A couple of glasses of wine.
Licence standards.
I've drunk 35ml of whiskey.
How have you?
But driving while under the influence isn't just foolish.
And blow through the tube. That's it, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep
Go,
going.
go, 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 go.
Good lad.
Active load 106. Legal limit is 35.
It's downright dangerous.
So at this moment in time, I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving this motor vehicle on the road whilst over specified limits of alcohol.
But with around 30,000 drink-drive convictions every year, it seems that for many motorists, the penny still hasn't dropped.
I think the trouble with drink drivers is you'll have those people who will think they can get away with it. So they've done it all the time and they haven't been caught, so they'll think they'll keep on doing it. And what you'll probably find is they'll keep drinking more, believing that they're not going to get caught. Anybody who drinks and then gets behind the wheel of a car, it's just being selfish. They put themselves at risk and they're putting other members of the public at risk. In this day and age where you've got apps for buses, you've got apps for trains, you've got Uber, you've no excuse now for getting behind the wheel whilst drinking.
It's Saturday night, and on patrol are Interceptors Rob and Nathan.
That's riding low.
A Vauxhall Astra driving erratically has caught Rob's eye.
He's indicating.
You'll need to do more than flick your indicators on to satisfy a suspicious interceptor.
Not the best driver, is it?
Rob's got a theory.
I know, I reckon he might be lost.
Nathan's got a different one.
I think we might have a drink driver here.
Whatever the cause, the boys have seen enough. Local lad Nathan's a big music fan, and his top 3 favourite artists are Puff Daddy, Dr. Dre and Jay-Z. Now that's what you call a serious rap shit.
Hello, you alright?
You okay?
Yeah,
okay.
not too bad. Reason why we stopped you is because the manner of your driving. What's your name, sir?
Ray.
Raymond. Where were you going to?
My home.
Okay. Have you had some alcohol?
No.
No? Did you drink alcohol?
No.
Okay. Just jump out. We're going to do your breathalyzer.
As well as the driver, there's a male passenger in the front, a female in the rear, and something else.
What? Rob, there's loads of alcohol in the back and...
You have had a drink. Okay, we just need to breathalyse you. Raymond, is it?
Yep.
Ray, okay.
The name the man's given checks out as the vehicle's registered keeper.
Are you English, Ray?
Yeah.
You are? Okay, how much have you had to drink?
I'm sorry, officer. This is my bill.
Is it your car? Hello?
The driver's communication skills are currently failing him. Nathan's got a trusty bit of kit that could shed some light.
do you agree to provide me with a specimen of breath for analysis? Okay. When did you last have a drink?
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
He's finally admitted to having had some booze.
How old are you, sir? Just take your hands out your pockets. Hands out your pockets, school. How old are you? Hands out your pockets. Okay. 62.
Yeah.
A hand. Keep them out your pockets. Okay?
Cops can't risk a suspect reaching for a hidden weapon, although admittedly this bloke looks more ready for bed than he does a fight.
Keep blowing until I say stop. Okay? Okay? Yeah, keep going, I'll tell you. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Thank you very much, sir.
The legal limit is 35.
Mail's blown 107 on device 41. Show us 35, please.
This chap is more than 3 times over.
Over the limit. By a lot.
The driver is under arrest and his passenger is not happy.
Why?
Drink driving.
Why? Oh, because he's... Hang on. Hang on. Come here.
Put your hands behind your back.
Are we happy this is Raymond?
Who? This chap?
Yeah.
The passenger is now claiming it's his car. Someone's pants are on fire. The boys need to figure out whose.
What's your name?
Suddenly the driver is giving a different name.
I think his name is.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah.
The driver is not the owner, nor is he named on the insurance.
So whose car is this? Because... But you're not Raymond.
In a surprising twist, the female passenger is now claiming the car belongs to her.
This is my car.
We don't...
Yes, this is my car.
Yeah.
Yes. This is my car.
Is it registered to you?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
I'm a friend.
So the paperwork to the car is not in your name?
This is my plate.
It's not.
Yeah.
This is my...
Well, it's not your car, so it's getting seized.
The motor is registered and insured to someone called Ray. And seeing as none of these people have that name, the Astra is being seized.
Just stand over on the pavement for me, sir. Thank you.
What nationality are you?
I'm Polish.
Polish. And do you have a Polish driving licence?
No, I'm not.
Not only is the bloke drunk and uninsured, he doesn't have a licence either. A triple whammy that's landed him a trip to the Nick.
It will be these people you go with, and I'll give them the paperwork for the car, okay?
That's one small step for a man.
Okay.
One apparently giant leap for a drunk driver.
Okay. You treat me like a pig.
Well, yeah, mate.
No, it's not.
Right, let's not grow yourself for the driving.
Next time you don't help me, right?
It's becoming increasingly clear just how important it was to get this guy off the road.
Don't get me wrong, he was drunk, but he was trying to tell us that he was Ray, so we could probably make the assumption that he's insured to drive it. But I think the alcohol is the bigger factor here.
The man blew 97 down the station and pleaded guilty to drink driving, driving without insurance and without a full licence. He was disqualified for 45 months and received nearly £1,000 in fines and costs. Still to come.
That's if he uses common sense.
When Phil stops a van, the stakes raise from a lack of common sense.
Are they using a bit of common sense? And not stop, so I'm going to have to stop at Blocky Junction.
To minor vehicle issues.
Horn?
No.
No horn? We're not doing very well, are we?
And a major problem for the driver.
So at this moment in time, I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving this motor vehicle whilst over the specified limit for cannabis.
Interceptors keep their cars in A1 condition. The same can't be said for the ones they stop.
It's got a defective rear tyre and the driver's seatbelt's not attached. So it doesn't work.
And driving a motor unfit for the roads isn't just reckless. It can snag you a £2,500 fine, 3 points, and a dressing down from Knott's finest.
I think one of the main things
things for safety on the roads is vehicle roadworthiness, especially with tyres. If you think that you're letting your tyres get to a point where there's no tread or cords exposed, that's effectively the only thing keeping you on the road. So if you're driving along with no tread, it rains, it's icy, it snows, or you go to brake, you're not going to have the traction, and then you're potentially going to be a nasty accident waiting to happen. So it's down to us to identify those cars and get them off the road.
It's coming down cats and dogs in Kirkby. And Phil's keen to ensure every car cutting through the rain is slippery roadworthy.
Can you run that one through, see when his MOT was?
This one?
Yeah.
Particularly the ropey Renault flatbed ahead with an unsecured load on board. But sadly,
technology.
It's the police laptop that could do with a full service.
Dying there.
When it comes to sniffing out dodgy motors, Phil, the Nose Broughton, is road crime's resident bloodhound. And who needs technology?
I'll have a chill look at it, because he's already got some lights out.
When you've got the nose at your disposal. The van driver is taking his sweet time. But finally, he's indicating and looking for somewhere safe to stop.
As if he uses common sense.
Apparently not enough common sense for Phil.
I'm going to tell him so I'm going to have a chat with him. Sorry. I'm going to use a bit of common sense and not stop, so I'm going to have to stop and block a junction.
Oh, that's why I pulled down here.
Yeah, but you've now caused me to block this junction, haven't you?
Oh, sorry, I can pull a bit further down if you want.
Come on, take, so, is it your vehicle?
It's my boss's.
Your boss's, are you? Just take a seat there, so we'll go and grab your details. You got your licence on you and everything?
No, but I know what we need.
No worries.
Knowing all his names is impressive, but Phil wants to know why his load's not secure.
Any particular reason why we've not got all this strapped down? No.
Oh.
What's stopping it bouncing out?
The power of prayer?
Gravity?
More,
yeah. Cool. How often do you do walk-round checks on your vehicle?
Give him a clue, Phil.
Never.
Well,
No. Cool.
Unluckily for you, Phil's on hand to do a walk-round check on your behalf.
The issues we've got is this brake light's out. We need to have our lights working, don't we? The other thing, just noticing this tyre is quite bold on the inside, so I just want to make sure. This one. Can you do us a favour? Can you jump in for us?
Yeah.
You probably might be a little bit too close to the curb.
That way.
Just, yeah, so I can have a look. You might just have to bring the transit out about a foot. That's it. Bring it this way a bit. Drive forward a little bit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's it. Now, team, we have to face that way for us.
Right.
That way. Turn it off for us. Yeah, that's it.
It's the moment of truth, but when the nose smells a bald tyre...
Oh, God, yeah.
There's never really any doubt.
It's starting to rain now, again, heavy rain.
No, I didn't know where that boat.
Yeah.
Sorry, where's that tracking?
Well, tyres work by displacing water. So when you've got no tread pretty much halfway across your tyre, it means it's not displacing any water properly. So yeah, you're going to end up, that's it. That's an issue. So I can't have you riding on the road like that.
The inventory so far, one backlight out, one front tyre bald.
Jump in for us because we're going to do checks of everything else.
Starting with the front lights.
Just side lights first notch. So there's no lights on.
And then there was light.
Right. That's it.
Sort of.
So that one's not working. So second notch, which is your main lights. That's fine, then main beam. Cool. Horn.
No.
No horn? We're not doing very well, are we?
Right, yeah.
Right. Cool. Seatbelt on for us. So not only that we're not warning people that we're braking properly, we can't warn people of presence, can we?
It's fair to say that Phil had this van's number before he even got out of the police car, and the nose may have wind of something else.
Ooh. You ain't got any weed in here, have you?
No.
Have I just had a smell of weed?
Let's turn it up.
Yeah. When was the last time you had some cannabis? You've had some recently, because I can smell it.
Yeah, I was this morning.
Right. Take keys out for us. That's the keys. Take a step out.
He's admitted to smoking weed this morning.
Is any in the vehicle?
What?
I'll give you opportunity now to tell me.
No.
No? Any on you?
No.
Cool. Go and take 69 car.
Whether there's weed in the vehicle or on him, it will be a moot point if there's any in his bloodstream.
Yeah, I'll take a few in there for us.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Don't mess my seats up.
Cannabis can be detected in the system for up to 3 days after consumption.
Right. And how much did you smoke this morning?
How much?
Yeah.
Join.
All right. So you've not smoked anything since?
No.
And if the roadside drug wipe tests positive, then a bald tyre, broken brake light, knackered side light and lack of a horn will be the least of his worries.
Do you agree to provide a sample of saliva for a drugs test? Cool.
Ain't got to stick no doubt back in your throat, have I?
No, it's not like a COVID test, so don't worry about that. Right then. Just stick your tongue out for me. There we go. Right.
The drug wipe comes with an inbuilt schedule for ramping up tension.
Now, this takes about 8 minutes to start processing. So while we're doing that, I'll just fill in some of my paperwork.
8 long minutes is enough for Phil to do his admin. And Josh to confirm that the unroadworthy van is clean. At least in terms of containing drugs. In every other sense, it's filthy. And its driver is about to get a black mark of his own.
Formal part of this is, unfortunately, I've tested positive for cannabis. So at this moment in time, I'm arresting you on suspicion of driving this motor vehicle whilst over a specified limit for cannabis. Yeah, what we're going to do now is going to take you to the police station where we can kickstart a formal drug drive procedure. What's your reason for smoking weed, anyway?
Hey?
What's your reason for smoking it?
I haven't really got one.
No.
But it is a reason to take him to Radford, Nick. His bloods were taken, but they came back under the legal limit for drug driving, and no further action was taken. However, he was reported for a bald tyre and can expect a fine and points on his licence.
We will test you for drugs because we won't tolerate drug driving on the roads. So we will catch you. That's a simple message with it.
And the Interceptors are back next Monday at 8. Hit US drama starring Kevin Costner continues this week, and political ambition heats up in Yellowstone Friday at 9. A new Channel 5 documentary next, and not a moment to lose as police establish a huge murder investigation, the child snatcher manhunt, in just a moment.